on our way to film this morning. So we're doing a lot of pre-production for what we have to do for the short film. We already shot one test scene, which we're missing one of the angles, which we're going to reshoot today. And I'll show you the little clip here so you can see that. You can see that there is a, while it looks good overall, there's a section missing between where he kicks and where she is flown back. The shot that we did shoot didn't look good enough, so we're going to fix that today. So this is the setup, the rig we're using, a lot of step-up lenses, step-up rings from the Panasonic 25mm. It basically helps us put the SLR Magic variable ND filter on there. It is definitely a pretty cool rig. So this is the setup we're going to start off with. I'm going to be shooting the audio separately. The H6 and the blimp. We're at 40, 48, 47 degrees, something like that. So I'm going to use this to capture some scratch audio. And scratch audio is its reference audio so that I can help sync the video to the audio, because I'm not using a time code generator right now, which is the only thing that the Zoom H6 doesn't have. I do have a tentacle sync in here. So should I need, I would use the tentacle sync to put it onto the H6 and record a separate time code track using a splitter. Added the extra weight on the bottom to counter this. And the nice thing is this can handle that load, so then I rebalance off to the side again. Looking pretty good there. This is where we need to rebalance. So we didn't have any room on that. There. That's it. That's the balance. Side to side shouldn't have changed much. Good. So we are on. So the thing we have to watch out for is making sure we brush that down for filming. Okay, so now it's basically setting up exposure. So we have to get the balance cards going. Yeah, color balance, white balance. To open this up, shooting at 4K, 160. We shot the other stuff in 50 frames per second because I wanted the option of being able to have slow motion. We're going to keep it at 30 this time. But there is a huge difference between 30 frames per second and 24 frames per second, not just on file size, but on the actual output later on when you're trying to do any slow motion. Those extra few frames make for being able to slow that down and give at least something passable. So we're doing constant quality Q0, Ultra HD right now. So big key is definitely getting the white balance. Now white balance is assured. So we're looking at the gray card right now. I need to get the colors that I want. I have to open that way up, and 1.7 on this just isn't doing it. So I would have to remove the filter, and I'm not willing to do that right now. So we're going to keep it so that I have about a 2.0. That still gives me some really great blurred out in the background. We are going to just get this so that we are at the max on our green. There. That's looking sweet. You're gonna hop back like that and be completely free to fall back into my arms.
I'm not worried about going. Before I went like this because I was thinking of going up.
Yeah.
Does that matter anymore?
Yeah, we're not going up, we're going back and off your feet. Manny, if you'll give her placement, you do that kick.
I'm just fully all the way going back.
Yeah, you're gonna come off your feet. I really want your feet coming off, and you're just gonna hop into my arms. So I will be there.
I'm gonna hop. And your arms will be where they'll be.
Yep.
All right, ready?
More hop, more hop.
Why would I be going like this? Wouldn't I be going?
Because of how the motion is perceived through the lens, and because of how we're moving the camera and everything else, if you're going up like this at all, it doesn't reveal that the force of the impact visually. It's how it just looks. It has nothing to do with reality. That's why you'll see in film a lot of things that are completely unrealistic come out. And
Let me do it a few times so I can.
yeah, and really just manually adjust to double check that, because it's important. Yeah, so do that slinky snake,
yeah.
remember?
Yeah,
so you've got that little gradient, so it's easier for her, and it's like you're really just trying to slip out.
Yeah.
Double tap. It's at a low angle, or just move it. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Action.
Actually, it looks pretty good. Here's the final camera blocking clip using 2 different lenses and 2 different color grades. On a side note, for the second shot, I did have to bring a clip into Mocha to remove myself from the scene. I tracked a small section of the background, then simply expanded that mask so that it was larger to easily include my hood. This kept the original tracking information. I created a remove shape for my hood, tracking it by hand as Mocha wasn't quite locking on. Luckily, even tracking manually is fairly easy in Mocha. I made sure the shape had enough feather at the edges for a smooth integration. Then I created a holdout mat for her arm so that it wouldn't be included in the remove. In the remove module, I created a clean plate and imported that into Photoshop, where I used various tools to remove my hood from the scene. Then I saved it, and in Mocha I set it to use clean plates exclusively. I then moved the playhead to create another 1 or 2 clean plates at different points in the timeline, and brought these into Photoshop to clean up just like before. I saved these plates, and Mocha used them to calculate the remove. Sometimes having more than 1 clean plate for Mocha to remove produces a cleaner result. This was quick and dirty. At production level, I would have done more detail work in Photoshop, but this shot was only about 10 frames long, or about 1/3 of a second, so I could get away with more. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have questions, please let me know. Also, please subscribe if you haven't, so we can grow this channel, so I can produce more videos like this or others you may be interested in. Thank you.